afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this snowy Thursday.
It was 50 degrees yesterday.
What day it is.
Little weather whiplash today.
Absolutely, and causing some problems too. Madison and other communities have declared a snow emergency for tonight and tomorrow night due to the snow accumulation from today's storm. Greg Barnhart is out in the backyard to tell us whether we should expect any more.
3 teenagers are charged for a series of burglaries and car thefts across the Madison area, and police say more charges may come.
And Southwest Airline executives were on Capitol Hill today to answer questions about their holiday failures. The carrier accused of ignoring warnings and valuing investors over passengers. But first, we want to have you take a look at this. It's the interstate right now on I-3990 going north. It's closed from Edgerton all the way to Madison due to an overturned semi that's leaking fuel.
Yeah, it's causing very big problems. Traffic is being rerouted off on Highway 73 near Edgerton. We'll tell you more about that coming up a little later in the show. But if you were planning to go north on the interstate from the Janesville-Beloit area, you are going to need to find another route.
We got an email from a viewer not so long ago. He hasn't moved an inch in 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's a rough situation.
Yeah, it really is. Let's take a look outside. It's a winter wonderland.
And it's a snow day. I hope the kids enjoyed it. All the area schools are closed. A lot of people working from home.
Be careful shoveling. I did a little over the noon hour. It is heavy, wet snow. Greg's in the backyard. Any more to come?
No, that's the good news. The system is winding down. Just some light snow flurries, even some drizzle. But overall, the accumulation is done. Most areas picked up 4 to as much as 8 inches. Really in south central Wisconsin, a little bit less to the southwest, and especially to the north and southeast. But overall, that is starting to wind down. So road-wise, that's the good news. Basically, a lot of main roads became wet. There's a system is beginning to wind down. The snow's beginning to break up. Not the heavy band that we saw before. Maybe mostly light snow off and on, maybe a moderate, but most of it now is south east of Lone Rock, and even that's beginning to break up too. So that's what you expect for the evening, but no accumulation expected with much of this. Overall, like I said, 4 to 7 inches with the heads right near Dane County and points just to the east, where we had just a short period of 4 to 5 hours of really heavy snow. The winds have still picked up. They're still northwest, so that's not going to cause blowing and drifting, but you might see some snow blowing off trees with all that heavy snowfall that's on them right now. But overall, those winds will continue overnight. There's a system that's beginning to break up and weaken. That is leaving us eventually. The good news is if you look out to the west, northwest, we got nothing coming. So that's the positive coming up for tomorrow and the weekend. And I'll break down what to expect with the weekend and what those road conditions may look like tomorrow morning a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, thank you. We'll check back in just a little bit. The city of Madison has declared a snow emergency for the next 2 nights after several inches of that thick, heavy snow.
The city streets division began plowing every street in the city starting at 3 o'clock this afternoon, and crews have been trying to keep main roads and highways on the city's salt routes clear since the snow began falling this morning. Officials say it could take 12 to 14 hours for every street in the city to be plowed, meaning everyone should see at least a first pass from a snowplow by 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. The city is warning people, though, that the thick snow we received could make for significant blockages to driveways, crosswalks, and intersections, something officials say is unfortunate but unavoidable. The snow emergency means alternate side parking rules will be in effect across the entire city tonight. People who need to park on the street overnight should do so on the even side and to move it tomorrow night to the odd side to avoid being ticketed or plowed. So make sure you're on the even side of the street tonight. We're bringing you live team coverage throughout the evening as the storm continues. Our Catherine Merck joins us now live with an update on some of the road conditions. Catherine.
Hi, Mark and Susan. I'm here on West Badger Road outside of the City of Madison Streets Division, taking a look at some of the places where the snowplows are coming out of and going to do the work that they have to do the rest of the day. Take a look. One's coming through right now. These plows are they got a big job ahead of them with all this snow. As the snow kind of starts to calm down a little bit, they're going to make sure that this thick and heavy snow gets off of these roads and makes it easier than this morning's commute. We talked to the Streets Division about what's making their job so difficult today. I want you to check this out. This snow that we're seeing right now is a thick and heavy, wet snow. When you pick up some of the slush that's on the ground, it's going to be really great packing snow for all the kiddos out there who got school canceled today. But for everybody else on those evening commutes, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get around. Today, I talked to the City of Madison Madison about their buses. Apparently, they've told me 15 of their buses this morning slid off of the road and had to be rerouted for those morning commutes. And so as we head into tonight, I want you to make sure you're sticking with us on News 3 Now at 5 and 6 o'clock as we continue to provide those updates here on air and online about those road conditions. Until then, we're going to continue to follow what's going on here at the plows and check out the roads further downtown. Reporting live in Madison, I'm Catherine Merck with News 3 Now.
All right, Catherine, thank you. The snow is causing accidents and traffic incidents all over southern Wisconsin.
Emergency crews have shut down the entire northbound interstate 3990 at the Beltline as they respond to a fuel leak that was caused by a semi-rollover earlier today. The crash, which happened on a ramp connecting the two roadways, has caused significant backups, as we showed you at the top of the show, near the junction with Highway 73 near Edgerton. Now, that is where all northbound traffic is being detoured. The crash itself happened around 10:20 this morning.
Another semi was towed up a hill on Raymond and Reitz Road. The snow is coming down about an inch an hour, and the heavy vehicle was not able to make it up the hill on its own power. In other news, 3 teenagers are charged for a series of burglaries and car thefts across Madison, and police say more charges may come. Madison police say the teens worked together to steal everything from wallets to cars across Madison last summer. They then allegedly used stolen credit cards to purchase gas and other things at area gas stations. Police say the teens targeted cars and houses with unlocked doors.
Lock your stuff up, lock your doors, lock your car. If you have a space that your car can go into, a garage of some type, pull it in. A lot of these crimes start with unlocked vehicles in driveways being entered. The suspect will press the garage door opener, and now they're in the garage.
Police say keeping your doors locked and being vigilant in your neighborhood can lower your risk of being a victim.
Search and rescue efforts continue along the Turkey-Syria border, with teams from the U.S. now part of the operation. The death toll from Monday's earthquakes is approaching 20,000. Drone footage taken above Turkey's border with Syria shows the frantic search for life in a sea of devastation. Unseasonably cold weather on top of it, with temperatures dropping 15 degrees lower than normal, as well as flooding, has made the catastrophe even worse. U.S. Ambassador to Turkey Jeff Flake says the U.S. is sending more aid to help those displaced.
We have Black Hawks available that are flying missions to get relief workers where they need to go, as well as evacuate those who are hurt.
The United Nations Secretary General confirmed a UN aid convoy made it from Turkey into northwest Syria for the first time since the earthquake. The call going out for donations across the globe amid this unprecedented disaster.
Southwest Airlines officials were on Capitol Hill today, where a top executive apologized for a travel fiasco that stranded thousands of flyers over the holidays.
But in testimony before a Senate committee, the carrier was accused of ignoring warnings and valuing investors over passengers. Dina Demetrius has the story.
Let me be clear. We messed up.
Southwest Airlines chief operating officer apologized for the December meltdown that stranded thousands of passengers in the wake of a winter storm.
At this point, the disruption changed from a weather event that all airlines experienced to a crew event that was unique to us.
But testifying before the Senate Commerce Committee, a leader of the pilots union accused Southwest of ignoring years of warnings.
For years, our pilots have been sounding the alarm about Southwest's inadequate crew scheduling technology and outdated operational processes.
Nearly 17,000 flights were canceled in an operational failure that went on for more than a week, while passengers were unable to rebook or reach customer service.
It took hours to reach a live person, if they ever reached a live person at all.
There was no amount of people we could have put in place to handle all the calls at that time because of the scale of the disruption.
Southwest says it's already making upgrades to its technology, but the root causes of its meltdown will take longer to fix.
When will it be completed?
We're undergoing the assessment right now. We are doing a top-to-bottom view of our winter operations, and there'll undoubtedly be in the millions and millions of dollars.
Paul Hudson leads a nonprofit that advocates for airline passengers and says while travelers suffer, investors are the winners.
Good service costs money, and bad service saves money. And that money can be used for dividends, stock buybacks, and executive compensation.
Southwest says it has processed refunds and returned lost bags, but admits some customers are still waiting to be compensated. Dina Demetrius, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Well, President Biden traveled to Tampa, Florida today, where he warned again about what he says are Republicans' plans to cut Social Security and Medicare. In Tampa, President Biden doubled down on his vow to protect Social Security and Medicare while accusing Republicans of planning to cut funding for the programs. The president's visit to Florida, with its large population of retirees, comes as he gets closer to launching an expected re-election campaign.
The number of seniors living in poverty has plummeted since Social Security was created. And now these guys want to cut it.
President Biden kicked off the war of words over the costly entitlement programs during Tuesday's State of the Union address on Capitol Hill. Republicans say Mr. Biden is mischaracterizing their proposals and intentions. GOP Senator Rick Scott of Florida put forward the so-called sunset idea for all federal legislation to expire every 5 years if it's not reapproved. Scott accuses President Biden of lying about his plan. Today, he invited the president to debate him on the issue.
A senior State Department official says China's military is likely behind the surveillance program that has flown balloons over more than 40 countries across 5 continents. China denies the accusation. The U.S. military says it's getting ready to bring up fragments of the Chinese balloon that it shot down off the coast of South Carolina. The items include pieces of cameras and antennas. Biden administration officials spoke on Capitol Hill today, blasting what they called an irresponsible act on the part of the People's Republic of China, or PRC.
Do we know what the Chinese Communist government was looking for?
Senator, we have some very good guesses about that, and we are learning more as we exploit the contents of the balloon and the payload itself.
A Chinese spokesperson denied the accusations today, calling it, quote, information warfare. While the fallout over the incident continues, the United States carried out air drills with Britain and Australia to simulate high-end combat operations against Chinese fighter planes.
In the wake of Tyree Nichols' killing, we're seeking answers from our community leaders about what they're doing to ensure we will avoid a similar incident. Today on News 3 Now at 5, we're sitting down live with a roundtable of 3 police chiefs from Madison, Janesville, and Beloit. Then tomorrow on News 3 Now at 5, we're following up live with 2 Madison area lawmakers, asking them if they believe the system itself is at fault. Well, cue the winter weather, right on time for the UW Memorial Union's Winter Carnival.
We probably won't even be able to see Lady Liberty with the snow coming down. We'll head to the Memorial Union Terrace to find out how you can celebrate winter in Madison when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
And Appliance Mart's biggest President's Day sale ever starts now. Shop presidential deals on top appliance brands like GE, Whirlpool, LG, Frigidaire, and more. Plus 60-month special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WISC-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab-EX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is extremely hard to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing Ab-EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
Ab-EX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck. So that stomach overhang that you mentioned becomes a flat, tight tummy fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation now to learn more about Ab-EX by Sono Bello. Call 1-800-848-9429 or go to sonobello.com.
Ashley's biggest President's Day sale ever starts now. Get the very best deals of the season on furniture and mattress doorbusters, now up to 60% off. Plus 60-month special financing and delivery in as fast as 3 days on in-stock merchandise. Happening now at Ashley.
Welcome back. Burt Bacharach, the legendary composer behind some of the most played songs of the last century, has died at the age of 94.
His publicist says he passed away at his home in Los Angeles on Wednesday due to natural causes. Bradley Blackburn looks back at his life and those unforgettable songs.
Burt Bacharach could perform and he could create.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
He was the composer behind songs like Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head, which won an Oscar in 1970, one of 3 in his career.
They're heavy. I mean, it's beautiful. They're beautifully heavy.
Born in Kansas City, Missouri, Bacharach grew up in New York City, where he'd sneak into jazz clubs to hear Dizzy Gillespie and other greats. He launched his music career in the 50s and became known for melodies that were easy listening but difficult to perform, with complex tempos. In 1999, he told 60 Minutes he was a perfectionist.
I used to make these records, come back to my apartment, 4:30 in the morning, I'd wake up like that. God, why did I put the strings in the second 8? Why didn't I save them?
Everyone from Elvis to Aretha Franklin to the Beatles performed Bacharach songs, but Dionne Warwick gave voice to many of the hits he wrote with lyricist Hal David in the 60s and 70s, including Do You Know the Way to San Jose and I Say a Little Prayer. Bacharach was married 4 times, including to actor Angie Dickinson and lyricist Carol Bayer Sager. He was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame, awarded 8 Grammys, and honored with the Gershwin Prize by President Barack Obama. A man who gave the world songs that endure. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
What a talent.
What an incredible life, 94.
All told, Bacharach wrote more than 500 songs, recorded by more than 1,000 artists.
And he continued working in recent years. He received a Grammy nomination for new material in 2020.
Grew up listening to him. All right, mortgage rates are on the rise again. The average 30-year mortgage rate jumped to 6.12% for the week. Well, that's only up 0.03% from the previous week and marks a reversal of the downward trend mortgage rates saw in the previous 4 weeks. Rates had been in decline because of several economic indicators showing inflation may have peaked. Last week's job report threw a monkey wrench into that, though, when the Labor Department surprised analysts by announcing more than 500,000 new jobs have been created. At this time last year, the average 30-year mortgage rate was 3.69%.
More Americans filed for unemployment benefits last week. The Labor Department reported that first-time applications for unemployment benefits rose to 196,000. That is 13,000 more than the week before, and about 6,000 more than economists were expecting. The report comes after recent layoffs from tech giants and the financial sector. However, layoffs still remain historically low.
An early rally loses traction on Wall Street as stocks close lower. The Dow Industrials fell 249 points, closing at 33,699. The NASDAQ was down 120. The S&P 500 was off 36. Well, as they say, timing is everything.
Yep, this weather, how about it? Could not be more perfect for the Wisconsin Union's annual Winter Carnival. It runs through Saturday at the UW Memorial Union Terrace on Lake Mendota.
Dan Dunn is the outdoor program manager at the Wisconsin Union. A little chilly out there. Welcome, Dan.
Hey, thanks for having me. Really excited to be here.
So, the carnival runs from now until Saturday. What's all going on?
We've got so much going on. The weather today definitely challenging, but we have ice fishing happening. We have rail jam happening, which is ski and snowboard club sponsored, doing tricks. There's going to be a DJ there. We have an awesome ice skating rink that we've put a lot of energy into. And right now we got a lot of slush on top of it, but we're going to clear that out and we're going to have great skating available for family and folks, community members who want to come out and skate with us. Lady Lib is going to be out there at 4 o'clock on Friday and then all day on Saturday. And we're really excited to have just people come out and be outside and be active.
It is a great celebration of winter in Madison. We just have to celebrate it. You know?
You have to.
You have to. Lady Liberty is always the highlight on the lake. For people who might be new to the Madison area, explain what that is.
So Lady Liberty is a tradition here now at the Wisconsin Union. We had a student that promised that if they were elected to their club, they would bring the Statue of Liberty to Madison, Wisconsin. Kind of an audacious promise. And eventually they did get elected and they brought a styrofoam version of Lady Liberty to Madison, put it on the ice just above the eyes and the torch. And so that is something that we now have an inflatable version. We bring it up just for this special event for the Winter Carnival, and it'll be up just for a short time, so make sure you come out and see it.
It is a must-get picture.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
it is something. We just saw a video of people snowboarding, skiing, all sorts of activities.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff going on, and you know, a lot of clubs, the student-run organizations, the student-run clubs are out here, the outing club, the ski and snowboard, the riding club. We had the mounted patrol here the other day, showing off some of their new horses. So every club is out here represented somehow, some way. We're just really excited to share what we do on a regular basis with the community.
And this does not cost a thing. It's all free.
Not a dime. No, it's a lot of free activities. There are some rental prices for skating, ice skating out here, but otherwise there's a lot of free activities for you to come out and engage with and to just learn and see what's the new stuff that's happening on campus. Yeah, the terrace is not only a summer destination, it's a winter destination too. So we're really excited for folks to come out and check it out.
And it all ends up with a big fireworks display Saturday night.
Yeah, that's new this year. We don't want to miss that. To get those Instagram photos with Lady Liberty in the front, the fireworks in the back. I mean, all your friends are going to love it.
Oh, yeah, we need that picture, too.
That is a great idea.
That's a great picture, yeah.
And it's all student run, right?
Absolutely. All student run, yeah. We try to support the students as best as possible, and so there's definitely some staff-student partnership. But really, the students are the ones that are making these things happen, and they're excited about the programs. They're excited to highlight the clubs that they work tirelessly on every day for the whole academic year. So we just want to get people out and know what we're doing and hear about the fun stuff that's happening at the Wisconsin Union.
It sounds really exciting. Dan, have a great weekend.
Yeah, you go get a hot chocolate with photographer Jim Abraham. Buy him one, too.
You go warm up, you guys.
Thank you so much.
As Dan mentioned, part of the carnival is the return of the Statue of Liberty right off the banks of the terrace. It's an inflatable now, as you mentioned.
The original Lady Liberty was styrofoam, and it disappeared after just 2 years. Well, Mark tracked it down back in 1982. I can't wait for this story. It's this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali and long live life.
Don't you wish you could wave a magic wand and have whiter teeth? Well, you can, but it's not magic. It's power swabs. Just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and boom, whiter teeth and a better smile. And since you're not dealing with messy trays or awkward strips, you're less vulnerable to the harsh sensitivity they sometimes create.
I've used strips. They seem to really hurt my teeth. The power swabs, it just seemed very gentle.
It's so simple and easy. You just open it, you apply it to your teeth, you forget it's there, and I noticed that they're white and bright again like they were before.
I noticed actually a difference the first time that I used power swabs. You put on the first coat and then the activator goes on, and immediately you start seeing it working.
It only takes 5-minute applications to get a brighter, whiter smile with power swabs. You just snap, swab, and smile. Power swabs have been clinically studied to whiten natural teeth and remove stains from caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so powerful, it removes stains from coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking.
I love my coffee in the morning.
I will never stop drinking coffee. I will not be the person drinking hot coffee with a straw.
As much coffee as I drink, I can use my power swabs and eliminate the staining.
When I use the power swabs, I applied it directly to my front tooth where the coffee stain was.
I like being able to individually get the teeth, and most importantly, it got kind of in between the grooves.
You can put it directly on the stain that you see on your teeth, and it's so precise.
But as powerful as it is, it's also gentle and causes 0 to minimal sensitivity.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
Take it from me as someone who has gone the dental route, but has also gone on the shelf route, and I've not really seen anything work as effective and as easy as power swabs.
Whiten your teeth this Valentine's Day by ordering power swabs and receive 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free quick stick pen to use on the go after meals or a cup of coffee. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Well, take a look at this. A school in Cleveland Heights, Ohio is downright divided, and rightfully so. It's the alma mater of the Kelsey brothers, Jason and Travis, who will face off against each other on opposing teams in the big game. An historic Super Bowl sibling first. The school showed its split pride, illuminating the building in half red and half green.
That is such an amazing story for the Super Bowl.
Both from one high school.
Wouldn't you love to talk to his parents? Both of them?
I see them on television.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, they're set for retirement, right?
I think they are. Yeah, absolutely. One of them will win.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Some will be happy, some will be mad. Yeah.
So the shoveling begins.
What a day.
Yeah, but the good news is, like I said, it's over with, and the weekend looks good.
Good.
And, well, we might have more coming for Valentine's Day, too. So more on all that after the break.
Oh, you can see the Capitol again.
Hey, look at that.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Valentine's Day Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well that celebrities in Hollywood and people just like you feel years younger in minutes. This is why I'm letting people try it for only $14.95 this Valentine's Day at plexidermtrial.com.
So I've had under eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. This Valentine's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our starter price of only $14.95. So if under eye bags make you look tired or feel older, take action this Valentine's Day and see that younger looking you. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm going for Judge Janet
Protasewicz? You don't need to know how to say Protasewicz to know that Judge Janet believes in abortion rights, fairness, and public safety.
Protasewicz.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, the system's beginning to wind down a lot. We still have some weather warnings and alerts still out there, but these should be expiring or canceled here pretty quick. Basically, the winter storm through the central, and then on either side, it's a winter weather advisory, but most of the accumulating snow is done, so these should be expiring at 6 p.m., if not canceled earlier, as the system has pretty much wind down. So really, as you look at for tonight and tomorrow, for areas north and west of US 51, we still got some drizzle or flurries tonight. Most of the roads just right now are wet, but you do have a potential for maybe some slick spots tonight as the temperatures will go down below freezing, although they've had more drying in those areas. If you go south and east of US 51, we still got the light snow or rain through this evening. No significant accumulation to be expected at any road surfaces with this. Wet and slushy main roads, probably snow-covered some side roads. And something, once again, to look out for tomorrow morning. Any moisture that sits on the roads, we will go below freezing. So tomorrow morning's commute could have some slick spots, especially side roads and areas that just aren't able to dry out. So here's a low that's beginning to lift, weaken and lift to the northeast. So that really, with the amount of moisture, even severe weather to the south, that's beginning to push off to the east. Back to the west, we got high pressure. Not much of any systems, really. They go lifting well to the north. So we're going to have a period of somewhat quiet weather, at least through the weekend to the early part of next week. So that's the good news, although the pattern does switch back here. As you see tonight, we'll just have a few flurries, sprinkles coming through. Cloud cover will start decreasing probably tomorrow morning, maybe by noon. You definitely will see the sun come out. Be a very seasonable day. We have another weak little wave. You can kind of see that's going to turn the winds around to the south probably Friday night and Saturday. That'll allow us to warm up for mild conditions, maybe 40 in some areas come Saturday. But generally good conditions, and that will continue through Sunday. Really, the winds won't be speaking, and we won't be looking for another rain event until a little bit later. Overall, if you see the temperatures right now tonight, notice and keep track of them. They're going to take a time to get below 32 degrees tonight. As the snow showers begin to end, flurries, we'll still see that off and on through this evening, but you'll notice the temperature still hovering above freezing. Really, you got to get further west, and you start seeing some breaks in the cloud cover, but we'll see if that happens. And it's not really until we get past midnight do we start seeing some of these temperatures go below freezing, and that's why you could see some slick spots, especially as you go towards tomorrow morning as we get down into the low 20s, maybe upper teens or mid-teens further west where they might see some clear skies. And then tomorrow we'll see more sunshine, and that's the positive news that we should be getting back up until around about average. Upper 20s is right where we should be. Overall, then, it looks like a nice weekend. Dry conditions, 40 degrees, once again above average, so we'll be able to melt some of the snow, and that extends into early next week with maybe another 40-degree day, and then we have a wet system Tuesday that looks rain for Valentine's Day, and then maybe something Wednesday night and Thursday that looks awfully similar to what we kind of just went through right now. So we'll keep tabs on that.
Mild temperatures, yeah.
Mild temperatures, yeah. There's no cold air. Well, now we're getting past the mid part of February, so that's the good news.
Okay.
You know, by the time you get to end February and March snow, the good news with it goes away pretty quick.
Right.
Just the timing on this one was inconvenient.
It's always timing. You can take, 12 inches of snow on Saturday.
Oh, yeah,
you won't have an
bring it
issue.
on.
Yeah. But you get 2 inches or 1 inch just at the right time. It can cause a lot of problems.
The kids love it. Snow day.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. Well, earlier we previewed the UW Memorial Union Winter Carnival, which features, of course, the legendary Statue of Liberty on the ice outside the Union.
The current version isn't inflatable, but the original was made out of styrofoam, last seen in 1981. In this week's Traveler Throwback Thursday, we tracked down Lady Liberty the following year.
For years, she sat proudly on the ice in front of the Memorial Union on a frozen Lake Mendota. It was a campaign promise. The Pail and Shovel Party said they'd bring the Statue of Liberty to Madison if they were elected. They were, and they did. The statue became as much a part of Madison's winters as the snow and the ice she rested on. But the Pail and Shovelers left office a couple of years ago, and the statue hasn't been seen since. We wondered whatever happened to the Statue of Liberty. Well, we're happy to report that she's alive and well and living in a farm field near Barneveld. She isn't quite what she used to be. Her torch, once held so proudly, is now in pieces. And she's beginning to show her age. Styrofoam doesn't hold up well against the weather, but it's still the Statue of Liberty as she looks out proudly across the snow-covered Iowa County countryside. Madison attorney Edward Ben Elson bought the statue from the WSA for $3,000. A small price to pay, he says.
The Statue of Liberty is a beautiful, spectacular, artistic piece. The most exciting aspect in terms of my nostalgic recollection is how people would come out on the ice and walk around it, and it would be the focus of attention and the crux of a conversation, and it would just a wonderful experience for people. It was just a tour de force. It was so artistically imaginative, so magnetizing as an accomplishment that I thought it would be terrible to see this thing thrown away.
Ed isn't going to make any quick decisions regarding the statue's fate. She's safe for now in her peaceful surroundings, safe from becoming some wretched refuse of somebody's teeming shore. Mark Kane, News 3, traveling in Barneveld.
Unfortunately,
That's a great shot.
I think she's gone for good.
It must have been unbelievable the year it was on the lake for the first time.
People woke up. It was put up overnight,
right,
in the dead of night.
Right.
People woke up. It was like, what? Everyone went down there.
And you know, it still gives you that thrill when you see it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think it made the cover of the New York Times.
Wow.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
That's a great story.
Then the inflatable is good.
And it's always good. We love to see your old videos too, just to see what
the
you
hair,
look like.
the beard, what's he wearing?
It's great.
All right, coming up next on Live at 4, Tom Brady tried to take a thirst trap picture, and it didn't turn out well. You got to see this.
And then coming up next hour at 5, we'll take a seat with some local police chiefs. We'll talk about local policing in the wake of the Tyree Nichols video. That's coming up tonight at 5.
Foundation doesn't improve the appearance of under-eye puffiness. Your concealer doesn't make fine lines disappear. Even worse, they can make those imperfections more noticeable. Introducing Tint and Tighten, a new must-have lightweight tinted cream that is sure to find its place in your makeup routine. Tint and Tighten is the only tinted cream that creates a temporary tightening layer on the surface of the skin, which works to instantly reduce the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, and under-eye puffiness.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things, but with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone, so you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
Tint and Tighten works to smooth out wrinkles and under-eye puffiness in just 10 minutes, while covering and concealing dark circles, age spots, and uneven skin tone, making you look and feel years younger.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
40s was a bit of a shocker for me because 40s I noticed the skin under my eye is getting very loose, and then 50s hit and I'm 54 and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure and it's actually a gift for anyone.
What's even better is that these remarkable results last for up to 8 hours without needles or injections. Want to look your best for that upcoming event, date night, or job interview? Maybe you simply want to feel younger younger and more confident with your appearance. Then add Tint and Tighten to your makeup routine and bring youthfulness back to your life. Try it this Valentine's Day for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
New at 5, an exclusive live roundtable with 3 local police chiefs on what they're doing to try and stop an incident like Tyree Nicholas's from happening here.
Our winter storm will end this evening, and that'll give us some time to dig out. While it'll be colder for tomorrow, milder weather will already start to return this weekend. I'll tell you how warm it'll be for next week coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, wet, slick roads. The city declares a snow emergency. Catherine Merck breaks down your evening commute and what you need to know on the roads tonight at 6.
Oh, just rub it in.
That's a sight for the winter weary.
Miami, Florida, 76 degrees right now.
Beautiful day.
Shot across Biscayne Bay. Former quarterback Tom Brady is publicizing his underwear brand by posing in boxer briefs on social media.
But it's not the first time he's gone pantless publicly, as CNN's Jeannie Mose reports.
Not only is Tom Brady not in uniform, he's not in anything except undies. Instead of using his hands to fling footballs, he's protecting his pocket from prying eyes. He may have announced,
"I'm retiring."
But there's nothing retiring about plugging his $20 Brady brand boxer briefs by wearing them. And to think that just last summer he posted a video with then-wife Gisele Bundchen teasing him.
Somebody's got a new underwear. What is this?
Now they've thrown in the towel on their marriage, and he's alone on a bed being described as Thirst Trap Brady. Hot. OMG. Did I do it right? Brady asked 2 of his former teammates who have themselves posed in their underwear. Brady made his public debut in undies 18 years ago on SNL, tucking his shirt into his tighty-whities in an office skit.
Here's my home number.
Great.
Tina Fey was smitten as Tom sashayed away, but not everyone is smitten with his latest display. One of his former Tampa teammates posted, "Delete this." A woman wrote, "Geez, and this is the first thing you do when you retire? Put more clothes on." Some who cover sports put fewer clothes on. We're just like you, Tom Brady. The rules SNL laid down for dating success at the office.
Be handsome, be attractive, and don't be unattractive.
Those same rules apply to posting underwear selfies. Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
Where does she find all that video?
I know. I love that SNL video episode.
That's good,
yes,
yeah.
very funny.
Well, on a day like today, it can be fun to think of hopping on a plane and heading someplace sunny and warm.
CBS senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg has destinations and suggestions and some great travel deals right now. That's when Live at 4 continues.
Bye, guys.
Outside in this gorgeous setting. We're here at the Monona Bank River Rink, and it's the perfect place for our Buzz into Madison today to feature Mr. Matt Copeland and Midwest Financial Group. Now, first of all, congratulations, because we have to talk about a very special award that you won for In Business magazine in the category of small business. Will you tell us about that?
Yeah, In Business, the magazine's been around for quite a while. They do an amazing job highlighting people all around Wisconsin, and for us to be nominated in that small business category was a testament to our entire team. I know I was the one that was there on the stage to pick up the award, but you know, almost all of our staff was there, and it really takes an entire team, so it's an organizational award, not just me.
And I'm sure a really proud moment for you. You have a really cool journey story of how you came to be in this position. Take us through that.
I moved up here in 2007, 2008. I didn't know anybody. I'm from Illinois. I took a chance on it. I had to convince my girlfriend at a time, who's now my wife, to try this out. Worked for the founder of the firm. At that time, we had 4 or 5 employees, I think. Really just focused on investments and retirement planning. And now we have 22, so it's really blossomed. We do taxes and accounting and insurance and retirement planning and all that, but to see what it's grown into is really amazing.
And it is a one-stop shop, like you say, but yet still a small business. So real quickly, why is that important to you?
I think small businesses have a unique ability to be able to impact people in a very intimate and deep level, make a true impression on them. So for me, I'm really passionate about that. So to be recognized in that area is amazing.
Cheers to you. Congratulations. Call Midwest Financial Group. Talk to Matt and his team. You'll be glad you did. From the Monona Bank River Rink, I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Let's get these skates on. Good luck.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic mattresses are designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Right now, save up to $500 on adjustable base sets, plus get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. Queen Tempur-Pedics start at just $38 per month when you use Steinhoffels 72-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
Yeah, overall, the Beltline's looking actually still good. You do still have light snow falling. That's the blue in the background. But right now, we don't have any issues to speak of. Some traffic issues here and there just for heavy traffic. But otherwise, you see the background. Still some light snow. Once again, all roads to the west there are pretty much just considered wet. Up to the north, not any issues going on. And, of course, we have the issue that's going to the south. We'll get a little bit more details here. Is that detour in that block of the interstate right now due to the overturned tanker that happened earlier. Otherwise, the temperatures will fall off tonight. So something to keep in mind of after midnight is any moisture on these roads may cause some slick spots as you go through your tomorrow morning's commute. Mild more temperatures this weekend, guys, and 40s are possible.
All right, Greg, thank you. Here's a whale of a tale. Tangled in fishing gear, this endangered North Atlantic right whale, nicknamed Argo, was first spotted in trouble off the coast of North Carolina, dragging rope and lobster pots that researchers say came from a fishing area near Nova Scotia, some 800 miles away. Rescuers gave chase for several days, catching up to the large mammal in the open ocean, finally freeing Argo of the potentially lethal load, which crews say gave the whale a new chance at life.
Wow.
800 miles to pull that.
What a sight.
Well, on a day like today, you might be ready to book a plane ticket to get out of here.
There are a lot of incentives right now, domestically and internationally.
But CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg has a buyer beware message. We talked to him earlier from Raleigh, North Carolina. And Peter Greenberg has some fun travel news for us for a change. We've seen things lately, including an all-you-can-fly pass from Frontier Airlines for just $399. Peter, what does the fine print say?
Well, it's not that bad, but let me give you some perspective here. It used to be $699. They've reduced it for the summer months. That starts in May for $399. If you want one for the entire year that also starts in May, it's $1299 versus $2,000. The real big catch here is you can't really plan in advance. You have to have a lot of flexibility in your schedule. For domestic flights on Frontier, you have to book only one day in advance to make sure space is available, and that includes your return flight as well. And for international flights, it's a little easier. It's a 10-day advance window, but make sure you book your return at the same time you book your outbound flight. But if you have flexibility in your schedule and you can actually really roll with it, it's a great deal.
Oh, great.
And Frontier has just a couple of flights here. It's not an everyday service.
And that's right. And that's what you have to make aware of, that in fact, some of their international flights are only flying to those destinations once a week. So if they don't have space available on your return flight, you may be there for 2 weeks. Again, if you've got flexibility in your schedule, it's a great deal.
Yeah, flexibility is the key. So, something else we're seeing that is very interesting, Hong Kong is giving away hundreds of thousands of free tickets to entice people to travel there. Is that true, and how do we get in on that?
Well, it is true, and you can get in on it, but let me give you a little bit of perspective here. In 2018 and 2019, Hong Kong averaged about 55 million visitors. Then came March of 2020, and that dropped 97%, and it stayed that way until about a couple of weeks ago when Hong Kong finally reopened without those draconian quarantine restrictions. And now to entice everybody to come back, they're giving away, get this, 500,000 free airline tickets to Hong Kong. It starts on March 1st. Check with your airline. In this case, the airline in the United States to check with is Cathay Pacific. They'll do some contests and giveaways, but those tickets will be given away. It's costing Hong Kong about $200 million to do it, but they need you to come back. They're now open for business, so you heard it here first.
That is a lot of tickets.
That is a lot of tickets, and they're very expensive tickets, too. Yeah.
Now, the World Travel and Tourism Council and the folks at Visa are out with a report of the most powerful city destinations. What does that mean, and what city is the most powerful?
Well, you might guess that because Visa did the research, it's the most powerful city destinations by how much money visitors spent. And the number one city, Paris. People spent $35 billion there last year in 2022. That's expected to increase this year with the power of the dollar against the euro. Other cities on that list are actually here in the U.S. Las Vegas, Orlando, and New York, followed by Mexico City and London. But the real interesting thing here is not how much people spent or where they spent it, it's where they didn't spend it. Take a look at that list and then go to places where we didn't spend that much money, because that's who really wants you to come.
What are some of those places?
Well, some of those places might be in South Africa. Some of those places might be in Eastern Europe. Some of those places might be in South America. And then, of course, in the South Pacific, which only recently reopened. That's where you want to look, where the dollar is still strong against foreign currencies.
Some fun travel stuff this time around.
Yes.
Always good to see you, Peter.
You got it, guys.
500,000 tickets. You went to high school in Hong Kong.
Let's go.
You
Free
should go
tickets.
back.
Free tickets, yeah.
March 1st, you got to start.
Okay. All right, good to know.
Take a look. All right, we'll have a final check of your forecast coming up.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
New iVisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose to reduce dryness, discomfort, and strain. iVisia. We see a better way.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Welcome to Dwellings.
Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Snow emergency in Madison. Roads were delayed and closed. What your evening commute could look like. And we host an exclusive roundtable with 3 local police chiefs answering the hard questions about policy and reform in the wake of Tyree Nichols' death in just a few moments.
We're getting things done.
As President Biden visited the Madison area to deliver his message to the people of Wisconsin, News 3 Now brought you team coverage of this historic day every step of the way.
This is a blue-collar blueprint to rebuild America.
We're Looking at some light snow or flurries actually ending this evening. Temperatures then falling below freezing to about 18 or 19 by tomorrow morning. And really for the travel impacts, if we go back there, jump 2 ahead. But something to keep in mind of overnight as that roads could get some slick spots due to the freezing of temperatures once again. Wet, slushy roads this evening or just wet. I think otherwise things look good for tomorrow. Otherwise mild conditions this weekend with the next chance of rain, unfortunately, maybe coming for Valentine's Day or night.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Tomorrow here on Live at 4, we get a little winter escape as we get a live look at the Garden and Landscaping Expo.
That'll make you feel like spring, and we'll preview the Super Bowl with Super Bowl veteran and former Badger Travis Beckham. Hope he brings his ring.
Yeah, I hope so.
That's coming up tomorrow on Live at 4.
Join Dane County Humane Society at Toto's Gala, the biggest night for animals in our community. Enjoy puppy greeters, playful kittens, cocktails, dinner, and dancing while helping thousands of animals discover there's no place like home. Reserve your spot today.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of The Healthy Place. I'm excited to tell you about our new Wild Theory CBD products that will get you high fives from everyone you know. Wild Theory's new groundbreaking formula has higher levels of the good stuff, and it packs surprising results. Is it legal in Wisconsin? Of course. Is it potent? You bet. Will you love it? I'm sure of it. Stop by one of our Madison locations or visit findyourhealthyplace.com, type in high five, and our website will hook you up.
What can Sono Bello do for you? How about a new shape?
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
With Sono Bello, you can permanently remove stubborn fat in just one visit. Don't wait. The results I've seen achieved are truly outstanding.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Eyes require a certain kind of care. As a family-owned optical company for over 40 years, Wisconsin Vision knows firsthand just how important your eyes are. That's why our doctors and staff are highly skilled and passionate in their roles. It's why our centers offer a large selection of eyewear suitable for all lifestyles, and it's why our lens lab is state-of-the-art, conveniently located right here in Wisconsin. Ask about $100 off a complete pair, frame and lenses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Join Dane County Humane Society at Toto's Gala, the biggest night for animals in our community. Enjoy puppy greeters, playful kittens, cocktails, dinner, and dancing while helping thousands of animals discover there's no place like home. Reserve your spot today.
In today's Final Touch, actor Leonardo DiCaprio is known for his environmental activism.
Now he's lent his name to a new snake species. Well, actually, it's the name of someone else in his family. A new snake species discovered in the jungles of Central and South America has been given a dose of star power and a name from an Oscar winner. And you won't believe who it's named after. The striking red and orange tree snake is one of 5 newly discovered species. It's known as DiCaprio's snail-eating snake for actor and famed conservationist Leonardo DiCaprio, who partnered with the Foundation Nature and Cultural Intervention to bring awareness to the new species, which they say are threatened by mining efforts. The snake's full name, you see it on the screen there. Well, it was on the screen there. It's named after his mother, a tribute to his mother, Melinda, which she might not like since the species emits a musky and distasteful odor.
I was going to say, is that a tribute?
I'm not sure. Here's a stinky snake. All right, that's our time for now. Be careful out there. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.